Good brothers and sisters, back again. Right to my side like always.
Hi.
Um, just want to talk about something else briefly. There's a lot of things on our mind, and when we get time, we want to share it with our people.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to share, as far as like we don't have to have intelligence with the world. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna be able to convince the wicked and unbelievers. So there's no need to try to cater to them and look at them as they intelligent and try to use their fake resources to prove who we are and prove that the Most High Word is true. That's the message we're bringing out in this lesson right here. Because you got brothers and sisters who think for some reason they have to go into the heathens' fake scholarship to prove that we Israelites, and they have to listen to what they got to say to prove who we are, instead of us reading what's written and go on that. So that's why we want to bring this up real quick.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people have deviated from the one who said, "He who hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches."
Right.
He made the ear, the one who made the ear. So I think that's the one who we should listen to,
Me too.
instead of just letting our ear just drift off to whoever and whatever is speaking out there. Because there's a lot of voices out there saying all types of things.
Right.
But we should let every man be a liar and let God be true.
That's right. And that's what we're gonna do. I don't know what this is popped up on the screen. But yeah, alright, so we're gonna go right to it. Ecclesiastes 7:13. So all the stuff popping up.
Ecclesiastes
7:13.
7:13.
Alright, it say, consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked?
Whose work do we have to consider?
Consider the work of the Most High.
Because people don't believe that he has hands to work, a mouth to speak, to get things done, to make things happen, to plant things, to create things.
Right. For who can make that straight which he have made crooked?
Who can do it?
And the reason we're going here because we're not just talking about wicked Israelites. It's wicked heathens, and for some reason, our brothers and sisters think they can make them straight. They can make them straight by saying they cleaving. They can make them straight by saying they can serve the Most High, and then they gonna sojourn with us and can come into the kingdom, which is a lie. You can't make what's crooked straight. You can't do that.
Yeah, because if the Most High puts something in his word and he says, okay, I want these people to be this.
Right.
I want this people to be that. I want the animals to be this. I want this. It's about what he wants. He's the potter. He has the power over the clay.
Yeah, you do.
No one else. He's the one who formed man from the dust of the ground. He's the one who put life
Right.
and breath for everybody to have their being and move. He put spirit and life in everybody.
Yeah, you did.
So no one is going to dictate to him and tell him what's going on. He's going to tell us what's going on. He laid the foundation from the beginning. He created the worlds.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So that's just what it is. And so you can't sit there and tell the Most High about what he got planned out and mapped out. You know what I'm saying? So stop lying to heathens and the wicked.
And saying that it was the heathen that found out everything.
Right.
That they found it all out.
Right. We're going to get to that. We'll get to that.
That's what they're saying. They're putting their trust in everything, what everybody else is saying.
That's right. 2 Corinthians 6:14 through 18.
All right.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
That's right.
But guess what? Our people don't believe that. They're still there with people that don't believe, and for some reason think that they could change their mind. The Most High got to put that on them to change their mind.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's okay if you want to talk to them, but guess what? Why you talk to them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? And it's countless times you talk to them and they still don't believe, but you still want to be with them. The scripture says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
See that? A yoke. Unequal. Unequal. You know, you have a lot of people say such and such is not equal to whatever you put out there. But he said, be not unequally yoked to who?
Unbelievers.
Unbelievers. That don't believe in the word. That don't believe in the spirit of truth.
Right. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
Tell us.
And what communion have light with darkness?
Yeah, what is that? What is it? So right there is showing you that for one purpose he made the light. He said, let there be light. And he also formed the darkness.
Right.
Whom you cannot make straight.
No, you can't.
He has righteous and he has wicked.
Yeah.
So when you're fellowshipping, you got to ask, what fellowship is this?
Mm-hmm.
You got to establish who's who.
Right. 15. And what concord have Christ with Belial?
Yeah. The Belial, with the wicked. What? What concourse does he have with the wicked? Says you want to join everything together.
Right. Everything
you want to put everything together.
We can make everything come together. No, you can't.
Make it one tree. No, you got to make the tree either good, corrupt, because a corrupt tree cannot produce good fruit.
Right.
And a good tree cannot produce corrupt fruit. So you
Right.
make it good. Pick one.
Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel?
What part?
What part you got with somebody that don't even believe?
I know.
But you still trying to merge stuff together with them. What's the part?
So obviously you don't understand the blueprint of the Most High.
No, you don't.
Yeah, what part is that?
16. And what agreement have the temple of God with idols?
I don't think they heard that one.
And what agreement have the temple of God with idols?
It doesn't.
We weren't supposed to be around nobody with idols.
I know.
I don't care if you think they're intelligent. I don't care what you think. They got idols. We weren't supposed to be around. We're supposed to rebuke these people, man.
Yeah.
But guess what? Y'all don't do that because y'all don't truly believe it was written. You
Yeah.
still want to have friendship with the world. When the Most High tell us to separate,
Yeah.
you still want to have friendship. We'll have intelligence with wickedness.
And in ancient days, they tore down pagan shrines.
Man, they tore all them idols down, broke them down, chopped it down. They just sit and say, let me see your idol. Let me see it again. I never knew about this. No, it destroyed it, broke it down, and burned it to the ground.
Yep.
That's what they did. They didn't play no games with nobody. Have no idols.
No.
And what agreement have the temple of God with idols?
Yeah, tell us.
For ye are the temple of the living God.
That's right.
As God have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
That's right.
17. Wherefore come out from among them.
No, go join them and flatter them up and butter them up.
Wherefore come out from among them.
See that?
And be ye separate.
Be separate. Come out from them.
Now let's see this. Is this me saying this? Or my wife saying this?
Yeah.
It says, be ye separate, saith the Lord.
That's who said it.
And touch not the unclean thing.
Don't do it.
And I will receive you. And will be a father unto you. And ye shall be my sons.
That's right.
And daughters.
That's right.
Saith the Lord Almighty.
Sons and who? And daughters.
Right.
Then you could be the children, sons and daughters of God. Now you're children of faith. Because now you're hearing your God. Because idols can't talk to you.
No, they can't. No, they cannot. Now, from there, we just want to be known. You can't join yourself with the wicked. You can't join yourself with unbelievers. Thus said the Most High was written. If you want to keep doing that, that's showing that you don't truly believe was written. These people are not going to change. If for some reason you want to have intelligence with the wicked, like they're going to change, they're not. And for some reason, y'all just want to be seen with these people, they're not going to change. So that's on y'all.
And he made it clear and commanding you to come out.
It was clear. He
and
said,
so if
come
you
out.
go into it, that right there shows you are the son of Belial.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sons of Belial don't have fellowship with Christ.
Nope.
They don't.
Nah.
They're not unequally yoked.
Right.
Because Christ is in the light. And like he said in John 14 and 30, you can go look that up. The prince of this world don't have no part in him.
No
nothing
part,
in him.
nothing.
So you go look up John 14 and 30.
Yeah.
Verse 30. And Christ does not have fellowship with the prince of the devils.
No, he don't.
He doesn't. The bottomless pit.
Nope. And we got two more scriptures, but this is what we're gonna bring out. Science, what they call science to this day is garbage. Archaeology, what they call this day is garbage. Anthropology, what they call this day is garbage. Because I'm hearing brothers nowadays and sisters saying you have to have all those three to link up with the scriptures to make sure the
Makes sense to people.
Make it like it's real to make sense to people.
Yeah, right.
No, we don't. I gotta use the Bible to make sense, to make it real. I don't have to use none of that garbage that they talking about because all that is false. And we about to go into it. You got something to say?
Yeah, because in Psalm 119 they say, through thy precepts do we get the understanding.
Right.
You'll go into David's psalm where he breaks down 22 characters of Hebrew and he dedicates 8 verses to the Most High. And he does a beautiful job doing that. And then upon that, you'll go to the verse where it says, through thy precepts, we get the understanding. And then you go, no. We got to go over there to archaeology. We got to go to scientific theories. We have to go to the philosophies of a man.
Right.
We have to go to some cave where they found some old supposed rock that they scribbled somewhere on a cave.
Well, they have the fossils.
They have the fossil bones.
It proves they have the writings on the stones.
They saw it.
They
Man
seen it.
saw it. They seen it. They didn't saw it. They seen
They
it.
seen it.
Oh yeah, they found something.
So now I gotta believe that.
Yeah.
So you telling me all the stuff they found, right? All the stones, all the writings. They didn't find out that the brothers and sisters who you call niggas and slaves, Israelites.
Yeah.
Man, stop playing with me, man. They found all these writings, all this stuff, but they didn't find who the children of Israel is, right? So I gotta sit there and say, oh, it's Hebrew. Look, it's this language, it's this. But at the same time, the people who it is, they're not saying who the people are, and I'm supposed to believe that.
And they're out there bone collecting and looking at people's
Man,
skulls
come on, man.
and craniums.
Stop, man.
Oh,
Get
look,
out.
we got a little skeleton
Stop
bone
playing
over
out
here.
here, man.
And none of the skeletons that they examine, wherever they take these dead bones and they're
Right.
analyzing these, what you
Man.
call phenotypes.
Right, that's crazy.
And they don't line you up to coming from Jacob
Right.
to be the seed of Israel.
Right.
None of the anthropologists says,
None of them.
oh, you see these people right here called Negroes? They're Israelites.
But it's funny how they go out Africa and say the people in Africa is Kohan blood and Levites. But we supposed to be the same people and the people in Africa, but yet the people over here in America, they saying we from C to Ham.
And we want to ask them how is it that you guys are doing that? Y'all
Right.
in your science labs
Y'all don't
checking
see
to
the
see
game?
who's Israel, and people are listening to that mess.
Right,
Like
y'all-
it sound doctrine.
Right, y'all don't see the game they playing? If we the same people, they're not saying we the people, they saying the people out there. Everybody in the land of Africa is not Israelites. Majority of the people in Africa is heathens. Let me put it like that.
But let's charge these scientists that's saying that. What science lab told you to go to Africa and start talking to people in Africa?
Right. And some of they got Kohan blood.
And then look out to us out here and say you ham.
And say we
What
ham.
science lab told you to do that? I want to tell them that.
Right.
For all the scientists out there that's looking at bones and what you guys
What
are
else they talking
analyzing,
about?
what you say, analyzing DNA.
Right.
Who told you to go
garbage.
to Africa and say, hey, you see these people right here? You qualified to be Israel.
Right. So now, guess what? Now, instead of me talking to these people, I gotta believe the Igboos, I gotta believe the Shantis, because that's who they set up to say that's the people. I need to talk to these people.
But in the cemetery that you call seminary, you say that, no, you guys are the curse of Ham.
Right.
That's what you say.
Man, y'all
So
ain't
in
doing
Americas, we're the curse of Ham. But out there, they're Israel.
They're
So
Israel.
we got to say, So
Right.
these are the people who we cannot listen to. And we're
Nah.
going to bring out the scriptures to show you what their witness is all about. Because I'm not going to be playing no games. Because the Most High already told us that we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And that we're in our enemies' lands.
So Africa, guess what? It's our enemies' lands. It's not. We're not gonna be the majority ruling. That's our enemies' lands.
Europe, enemies' lands.
Enemies' lands.
Asia,
Enemies' lands.
Canada,
Enemies' lands.
all the islands of the sea.
Everywhere we at. Enemies'
Americas.
Lands. Enemies' lands.
The West Indies.
Enemies' lands.
That's where we're scattered.
Because when we had our place out there, that was our spot. Now we're not there no more, and our enemies is in that land.
And our
So-
spot was Jerusalem.
Right. So
And
we're
Samaria.
not there no more.
Now we're scattered abroad.
Right.
And that's why we're greeting the 12 tribes scattered.
Scattered. So let's get to the science.
Yes.
You go to 1 Timothy 6:20-21.
All right.
O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust,
Good advice.
avoiding profane and vain babblings.
Avoid them profane babblings.
Because there's a lot of babblings going on.
It's
out
not
here.
holy, it's profane.
In oppositions of science,
That's right.
falsely
False.
so called,
Science fiction. Not fact. Falsehood.
which some professors have erred.
With some professing Israelites and people who even say they follow Christ have done what?
Erred
You erred.
concerning the faith.
Concerning the faith. You're not listening to the Most High no more. You're turning your ear to false science.
Yeah, because guess what? You saying I don't just have to read the Bible because I go to science and archaeology and all that. So no, which some professors have erred concerning
erred.
the faith.
The faith. Because you'll go, oh, what makes me different from this Israelite? I have
Right.
the science.
Right, trying to act like
No,
you're so smart.
you erred. Some professing have erred.
Concerning the faith,
Concerning the faith.
grace be with thee, amen.
That's right.
And guess
That's
what? We're
right.
going to stay right here.
Yeah.
You see this? You can't even see it. It's torn. But it's the Bible. We're going to stay here. We're not going nowhere else. We're going to stay right here. And guess what? The people we talk to, who y'all think so smart, they can't get away from what the questions we ask them in the scriptures, because the Most High words is wisdom. We're not going to play their games and go where they at. They're going to meet us where we at, and we're going to speak the Most High word.
Now, those who want to couple the science with the Bible, why does it say oppositions of science?
Right.
Because it opposes the truth. Do you know the truth does not waver with the lie? They don't have, light and darkness does not have fellowship with each other. So when the science says, I don't like the truth over there, so then the science can come in and say, this is what I'm saying over here. And so it can overthrow what the truth is saying. But you know what? You can't do nothing against the truth.
No, you can't.
Only thing you could do is something against yourself.
Right.
Because coming against the truth is the biggest error that you can make in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to have to face these plagues.
Yeah.
Because if you add and take away from the Father's word, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
You're going to get your name taken away.
You're going to be blotted out of the book of life. The Lamb's book of life.
Yeah.
So
now we're gonna go through anthropology.
Yeah, let's go through.
We're gonna show why this is garbage. Anthropology. Mm-hmm. It says the study of human societies and cultures and their development. The study of human biological and physiological characteristics and their evolution.
And their evolution. Okay.
So that's what it says.
About anthropology.
Anthropology is talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And let me see. And it says anthropology is a study of what makes us human. Anthropologists take a broad approach to understanding the many different aspects of the human experience, which we call holism. Holism, how you want to pronounce that. They consider the past through archaeology to see how human groups lived hundreds or thousands of years ago and what was important to them.
They considered the past. And did they go to the Most High's word to do that? And since they're laying stuff to their heart, to consider something means to lay it to heart.
And let me give you this. Let me show you something they show.
Yeah. To consider the past.
You see that?
So when they go back, that's what they are trying to tell you to look. That's
this
the
is
past.
that right there. And we're going to go one more. Anthropology. This is why we say this stuff is garbage.
Yeah.
Now let's see anthropology. Anthropology says... Hold on. Did I do anthropology or archaeology?
Did you do archaeology? Or are we doing our anthropology?
Okay, archaeology. It says the study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of sites and the analysis of artifacts and other physical remains.
So they're doing analysis supposedly by what their eyes, what the naked eye is looking at. They're saying that they don't need the Most High, the Spirit that found out everything and taught us on how He laid it out, on how He created day 1 to day 7, and made weeks, months, years, seasons, times, weather. They don't want to do it through that scope, those lenses.
Let me read one more. It says archaeology is the study of the ancient and recent human past through material remains. Archaeologists might study the million-year-old fossils of our earliest human ancestors in Africa. And the reason I bring this up because this is a lie. You're not going to sit there and tell me that a people is going to sit there and say they digging up bones and skulls and can tell you who's who millions of years ago. These people can't go back that far. Do y'all really believe they could go back millions of years ago? That's how dumb, and I got to say it, that y'all are, and how much of y'all are fools, because they're not going back millions of years ago. These same people that go back supposedly millions of years ago, they can't tell you things that's going on hundreds of years ago. But you're going to tell me they know what happened millions of years ago? Y'all believe that? And guess what? They saying that because they want you to not believe what's written. It's already written in the scriptures about how everything came to pass. But y'all say, oh, I don't believe that. I believe in science. I believe archaeology, anthropology. And guess what? Your enemies is telling you that. The same people, all y'all fake conscious people, all y'all fake black power, whatever, is saying that these people are the devil. You saying these people are whatever. Y'all believe what they say, though. So y'all are phony. Y'all believe everything they say, and you going to go off their little fake logic. But what's written, you say, oh, I don't believe that. But what's written is proven to be true. But y'all still want to reject that.
And they're saying they're divining through looking at the dead.
Right.
Now, in the book of Isaiah, it tells you in the 8th chapter Should not a people seek to their God for the living to the dead? But no, you want to go to peepers.
That's crazy.
Wizards, necromancers, bone collectors.
Yeah. They found
murderers.
some skulls from a million years ago.
That's the
crazy.
remain of dead people to look at what's going on with life, with the living, and that's how they're saying that they're divining through looking at the dead.
That's what they're saying.
See that?
They digging up bones. They finding spoons or some writings, whatever, and that's how they determine who's who. And y'all are talking about y'all scholars and y'all some historians, and y'all taking their word for that. That shows me y'all are foolish, because guess what? The scriptures say what? The wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High. And I can see why it's foolishness, because y'all believe everything these people tell you. Y'all still believe they went to the moon. Y'all still believe in dinosaurs. Y'all still believe in all these lies they tell.
The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang. Y'all believe in all these lies they saying. But then you're going to sit there and say scriptures is false? Y'all crazy.
Isaiah 8:21.
All right, then we're going to end it with the...
because I know they're not going to go look at Isaiah 8. They're slothful in the word.
Nah, I don't want to...
The only time they're going to look at it is if they line up a little debate and make a little money.
Drama.
It got to be some beef, drama, confrontation.
Isaiah 8. Oh.
Isaiah 8:21.
I got to look from here because the scripture is torn out of that.
When you're looking at the truth, the way, and the life, the way of truth now is being evil spoken of.
Yeah, it is.
But people who's going to the dead and looking at dead folks, I see dead people faking they have the sixth sense. They don't even want to deal with the Most High.
Nope.
They want to be in some graveyard telling you what's going on. But they don't want to deal with the true and living God.
No. Isaiah 8:21?
Yeah, what's that say?
Isaiah 8:21 says, and they shall pass through it, hardly be stead and hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king.
That's what y'all doing.
And their God.
And your God.
And look upward. 22, and they shall look unto the earth, and behold trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness.
Now go to 18, verse 18, because I want to show you. Look at how you being, now all of a sudden, you guys are hungry now. But you don't really want to hear this. Now all of a sudden, you guys are coming that don't believe. But you're still cursing your God, and you're still cursing your king. And there's darkness on this earth.
Right.
We're supposed to be the children of the light. What does it say in 18?
Behold, I and the children whom the Lord have given me are for signs and for wonders.
Signs and for wonders.
In Israel, from the Lord of hosts.
See that?
Which dwelleth in Mount Zion.
Mount Zion, what else?
19, and when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits.
Ooh, seek to who? Familiar spirits?
And unto wizards.
Wizards?
That peep.
And
that mutter.
And that's muttering?
Should not a people seek unto their God?
Should not a people seek unto their God?
For the living to the dead.
For the living to the dead. See that? Should not a people seek unto their God? For the living to the dead. But no, you're going to anthropology, who's going to the dead to supposedly study the living.
Right.
You're going to archaeology to look at their remains to go to the dead. But the scripture just said, should we not seek to our God for the living to the dead? To see what's going on in life to the dead. Not the other way around.
Right.
Not the dead to discover what's living. It don't work like that. And that's what archaeology, anthropology, and science does.
Yeah,
it's false.
It's false.
And Isaiah broke that down really well through the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah. And now we're going to show through Isaiah again.
Yeah.
About the archaeology.
Yep.
Anthropology, which is garbage. You don't have to dig up bones supposedly millions of years ago.
To look at the dead.
You don't have to try to say, I could see things that happened millions of years ago. Man, that's false.
But knowing you making up stuff.
Come on, man.
Because it's the philosophies of a man. You made it up.
But yet you can't say who you are.
Nope.
That don't make no sense. So
nope.
Isaiah 41, 21 to 24. 21 says, produce your cause.
Yeah, produce it.
Saith the Lord.
Yeah.
Bring forth your strong.
Bring it forth.
Reasons. Saith the King of Jacob.
That's right. The King of Jacob is telling you that. Bring it all here.
22. Let them bring them forth.
Yeah.
And shew us what shall happen.
Yeah, show us through archaeology, anthropology, false science, philosophies of man, whatever.
Let them shew the former things.
Show what happened in the past.
Right. So you said We have to have archaeology,
Anthropology,
false science, and whatever else you're talking about. Let them bring them forth and shew us what shall happen.
Show us.
Let them shew the former things.
Show it.
What they be, what we may consider them.
So we can consider. So we can lay it to heart, all of us together.
Right, that we may consider them.
Yep.
And know the latter end of them.
And tell us the latter end of it.
Or declare us things for to come.
That's right.
And guess what? None of that stuff y'all saying is so smart, it don't show nothing that's going to come.
Because the Most High already told us how this is going to end.
Right.
What is yours going to end? No, you keep dealing with books to no end.
Right. It don't show nothing about how it's going to end.
No, but the Most High does.
Right. 23.
He's the first and the last.
Right. Shew the things that are to come hereafter.
Show.
That we may know that ye are gods.
That you're gods. Yeah. Like you're the serpent.
Ye do good or do evil.
Yep.
That we may be dismayed and behold it together.
So we can all look at it together.
24. Behold.
Behold.
Ye are of nothing.
You're of nothing. Anthropology is of nothing. Archaeology is of nothing. Your science is of nothing. Your philosophies of man.
Nothing.
Your rudiments of this world.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught.
Not. Because all this stuff is temporal. He's even going to throw down the border of wickedness.
Wait a minute. This guy been studying for 50 years.
What?
And he have over 50,000 books.
He does?
He been speaking 50 languages.
What?
He was in all these different areas of the earth.
Where that guy at?
He's just so smart. He
Where
dug up bones.
What?
All that.
He did all that? He's of what?
Behold, ye are of nothing. And your work of naught.
Nothing.
An abomination is
what
he that
chose
you.
That's what chose you.
So that's what it is.
You went to these little fake acting like you did your research and your study, but the word tells us to study or show ourselves unto God.
Right. And guess
what? We're not needed to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
That's right. And guess what? If you speak not according to this word, there is no light in you. We're going to keep saying it 1,000 times. So hopefully, brothers and sisters, y'all understand. Stop falling for people that's thinking they're so smart and wise and archaeologists and anthropologists and they study the science and they study DNA and they know all the languages and all that. The Most High don't care about that. He said he's looking for those that worship him in spirit and truth.
And he told you to show us the latter end.
And he said for these people that saying they archaeologists and all that, show the latter end.
Show it. Where's that?
Show show the things that's going to happen.
Through a dead skull.
And guess what? They can't do it.
Can't do it and won't do it.
They can't and won't do it. So guess what? They don't have no power. They was not ordained by the Most High to say nothing.
That's why I said an abomination is what chose
That's
you.
what chose abomination.
The Most High didn't choose you.
No,
he showed his word to Jacob.
Right.
And as for all the other nations, you don't know his judgment.
No,
he didn't deal with nobody else.
He didn't deal with them peoples, man.
But you guys are saying, no, yes, they did.
Because y'all heathen lovers. That's what y'all are. You can fake all you want. I know y'all in the spirit. Y'all love heathen so much. You just can't believe that it's all niggas. You're like, man, is it all niggas? It can't be. It has to be some heathens. Please, let my heathens in. Y'all heathen lovers. That's why I can't rock with y'all. That's why a lot of people don't like to hear us speak. Me and my wife and other brothers and sisters speaking. When we talk about these heathens, they get sensitive and soft. Oh, please don't disrespect this heathen. Oh, don't. Man, I'm going to disrespect all the heathens and all their false gods. All the heathens' gods are idols. All the heathens got two options, lake of fire or captivity. That's it.
And they cannot show us the latter end.
And they can't show us that end. They science, they archaeology, anthropology is doo-doo garbage because it's going against the Most High. And that's how we stand.
And none of their kings can say, I am the first,
nope.
I am the last.
Can't say
I am the beginning, I am the
Can't
end.
say
I
it.
am the Alpha, I'm the Omega.
Can't say it.
I am the I am the top.
Can't say
you
it.
can't do it.
Can't say it.
None of them.
So guess what? We reject all that garbage. That's where we stand. So hopefully y'all brothers and sisters got something out of this.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to keep saying it. Study to show yourself approved.
That's right.
Read.
With an
and
understanding.
Study with understanding. One love to the brothers and sisters scattered throughout the four corners of the earth and our enemies' lands, man.
Love you
Going
much.
to the end. Number love to y'all. Until next time, stay strong in the spirit. Number love to y'all. All right.